Good morning. Morning. So, when you're in a camp like this up here, where you're by yourself, there's something you gotta do every morning before anything else. Besides putting your hat on, first thing you gotta do in cow camp is make some coffee. And not just any coffee. I'm talking about cowboy coffee. If you like espresso or latte, anything with shots in it, sugar, creamer, or milk, heck, you ain't a cowboy. Now, although the coffee itself is pretty simple, the steps you do to make it good cowboy coffee are very particular. Right here, I just got old Maxwell House, whatever the heck I felt like roast. And it didn't come from Walmart. If you buy your coffee at Walmart, you ain't a cowboy. So, now we got that out of the way, let's make some coffee. So, now we've got all of the other things for the morning out of the way. I got my chinks on. Gotta get your chinks on first thing in the morning, or chaps, or whatever, I don't care. So, now we gotta build a fire. Now I'm gonna let you in on a little bit of fire building technique. Just what you see right there. Do it. Oh, here's a 22 shell. Here's an old cowboy trick. Point the end of it. Whammo! When you make your coffee, you don't want too strong of a coffee ratio. I mean coffee to water ratio. Now, cowboy coffee is known for being super black, right? But you really only need about a quarter cup of grounds to every 2 cups of water. Unless you want it strong, then get about maybe a half cup. Nah, make it a third. So I'll put in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or so. Maybe a little more. I'll give him another one for good measure. And that's only for about that much water. Now, you just gotta take your coffee and stick it right on your fire. So, part of it is having a good coffee pot. I mean, it should be. This one's been washed. On the inside. I mean outside. Sorry. But don't never wash a good coffee pot on the inside. If you wash them on the inside, it can totally ruin a good pot. One time, some noodle washed the inside of my coffee pot. Not only did it take 6 months to get the flavor back, it took a half a pound of raisin rod to patch all the holes in the bottom. See, because, I mean, your coffee pot, if you're a real cowboy, will end up spending quite a bit of time out in the weather. So, I mean, if you wash it, not only do you lose the flavor, a lot of times get a bunch of holes in your pot. Now, this has a percolator deal on top, but there's no percolator inside. That's totally unnecessary. I mean, if your cowboy coffee, when it's done, doesn't have a good 1/4 inch of grounds sludge in the bottom, I mean, it's not good cowboy coffee then, if it don't have that. I mean, that really is part of what makes it what it is. And it's not necessary to dump the grounds out of your pot when you're done. Just throw the new ones in over the old ones. It's like a sourdough crock, you know? It don't wash out and scour out a good sourdough crock, or you lose all the cultures and whatever the heck that stuff is inside. So, yeah, if you dump your grounds out, it kind of loses some of its flavor. Just about boiling. Kind of stir them grounds in a little bit. Yeah, you don't need to boil it for more than just a few moments, unless you're Scandinavian, you know, Finnish or Swedish or Norwegian or something. Then you might want to let it bubble for about 5 minutes or so. When you get it done boiling, just throw a little cold water in there to settle them grounds. Or if it's a big pot, like for, you know, several guys, throw a raw egg in there to settle the grounds, and then after a minute fish that egg out, feed it to the dog, and if the dog don't die, there's a pretty good chance it's safe. Our coffee's done. I know it is because it just boiled over before I turned that camera back on. But that's okay. Your pot ought to have a couple good boilovers in its lifetime, at least. That helps the pot, you know. If it ain't got this black stuff on the outside, ain't no cowboy coffee pot. I told you, some noodle washed it. Don't wash it, inside or out. Gotta keep our fire stoked. We're trying to stay warm here. This is Montana. That's a hot fire. Just a second, let me move our windbreak. That might have helped a little bit. There we are. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Oh yeah. That's hot. Whole time. I'll give it a minute to cool off. Wow. Man, that's hot. It's finally cooling down enough. Give it another minute to cool down a little more. I think I just hit a cat. If you can, give your buddy the cup off the bottom of the pot. You know why? Hey, I think I just saw a Sasquatch. Because that is the part that has all the grounds in it. Our fire is burning down. I'm on my second cup of coffee. It's about time to roll them. Move camp. And this has been Skunk Creek Cowboy. Thanks for joining me. Stop in, have some coffee, cowboy coffee with me sometime. And maybe next time, we'll show you how to be a ranch bronc rider. It's getting cold out here. By the way, that's not my cowboy pickup. That's a 2000 Chevy. Can't be no cowboy pickup. That's my windbreak pickup. You can float your pocket knife in it. Now, you gotta be careful. You should be able to float your pocket knife in it, but you gotta drink it fast, because when it sets up, you'll be chipping it out with that same dang pocket knife.